Good morning, Flosstube. It is May 1st, 2025, Thursday, and I am Sharon. This is Lucy, who is only here for a brief moment because she got her summer haircut, and I was hoping I could show you how different this baby girl looks without all her long hair. And her groomer said that she looked great for 9.5 years old. But I am telling you, she doesn't look happier, but she has been so much cooler and so much friskier. And now that I'm looking at her on the camera, I see the little white under her muzzle. So yeah, we're aging. If you're not a dog lover, forgive me for showing Lucy at the beginning of the video these last few times, but she was barking, so I thought I would call her in here and let her be involved for just a minute. Maybe she'll calm down. I hope this finds you well. Excuse me as I put her down. It is rainy, foggy, gloomy in Texas today. We had a deluge yesterday. More rain predicted tomorrow, but when you live in Texas, you never complain about the rain, even if you get too much all at one time. It is definitely spring, and we can have severe weather in the spring. But we had some gorgeous days, so we are grateful for that. I am about a week late coming to you from when I had promised to come in my last video, but I have the best excuse ever. We had an unexpected visit from our oldest daughter, her husband, and their 5 children, and it was just such a blessing to have them come into town. They were able to see people on his side of the family as well as ours. We had 2 sweet meals and just catching up with them. So stitching did not happen as much last week. There was more cooking and lots of fellowship and hugs from those precious grandchildren, 2 of whom are definitely taller than I am, one of whom who's almost there. She'll be turning 13 at the end of the summer, and it's not going to be long before she passes me up. And then the 2 younger brothers. Oh my word, how do children grow up so fast? But what a blessing, and they just were the highlight of our week. So I'm back, and I do have a lot to show you. I promised you catch up from the month or more that I'd been off, and 2 months probably. I know this is a surprise, but I have 2, well, one finished and one fully finished, and I am thrilled to say that that means that on the first day of May, I get to have a new start. So the first finish, I think I showed you last time from our trip, Delft Tulip Pincushion by Textile Heritage, which is a Scottish or English company. Love their kits. I finished this morning. I just had to get it finished, and I was so close. Really loving the final colors, the way the design fell into place. I had complained to you about frogging corners because they did not line up. But guys, when I look at the finished product, it's just going to be the sweetest pincushion. And they did give us the cording. I'll show you that, to go with this. So I will be working on fully finishing that, hopefully by the time you see me again. I have several projects I need to fully finish. Delft Tulips, and it is a pincushion, which I will probably just display on a shelf. My other fully finished was finished for the week of Easter. I had stitched this last year. It was a freebie, graciously designed by Teresa Kogut, and you know I love her designs. I'm not sure what fabric I stitched this on, but it is an even weave, and it is a natural, or I guess you'd call that a natural even weave. Oh, how he loves us. And I just wrapped the hoop with a very narrow satin ribbon and put the ribbon on the top. And I've not done this lately, but I just used some sticky felt on the back because instead of hanging it, I wanted to display it on this easel. And so that means the back looks okay if you happen to see it. Now, if I can be still, you can see it better. So I may leave this up in my front guest room if I can find a spot, because it is such a precious, timeless message. If not, I will put it away with the Easter decor, but I hope I can leave this up. Thank you to Teresa Kogut for sharing that with us. Just joyful and such a fun stitch. Okay, now I promised you a birthday start, which is a long time overdue, and I had not shown you last time because I wanted to get a little more progress, but I have permission to share that my sweet friend Natalie, Home Sweet Home Handmade, do go to her channel, check her out. Always beautiful projects, and she is delightful. And she sent me the most beautiful birthday package. I'll have to show you the wrapping and the card next time we talk, but I did bring the main elements of the gift. This is Rosewood Manor Blue Rhapsody. I mean, what about that does not scream Sharon needs to stitch this? Natalie just read me like a book. So not only does Karen Kluba give you the main design, but she also, okay, that's not the pattern. She also gives you smalls that you can also stitch for gifts, and I love that about her patterns. So Natalie sent me a gorgeous 32 count, let me see if I can hold this up, white linen, and look, guys, at that, almost half of that butterfly and a good bit of the border. And I just love it on white. Now, instead of using the called for specialty flosses, I chose, and I'll try to hold these up, 2 DMC colors that were the substitutions for the colors that were called for. So one is DMC 311. See if you can see, I'll put them up with the white fabric. And the other is 794. So let's see if you can see that better. Yes. I mean, they're just perfect for this design. I am thoroughly enjoying. This will be 2 threads over 2 of the linen threads. And my hope is to finish this page first and then probably move down into the alphabet. So I'll have the rest of the butterfly here, and then this design will go down right here. And I believe that's all that's on this page. But let me show you again the, okay, there we go. You know, what I'll probably do is finish the butterfly, and then this page just does this, I'm pretty sure, and then I can go down and start the alphabet, because I would love to get the alphabet finished and then work over here. But who knows, I may change my mind. So that was my birthday start, and thank you so much, Natalie. It's delightful, so much fun to stitch, and just right up my alley, as they say. Okay, I'm looking at this page so I can tell you. What it does is it goes, okay, let me get back here. So what I told you is correct. It does this, and then it goes down and does those letters. So that will be my goal for my next few weeks stitching on this one, but it does seem to move fairly fast. So if I'll just work on it. Okay, since the Delft tulips are finished, I am going to start the birds and the bees, which I told you about in my last video. We bought it at John Lewis on our trip because of the daffodils that we saw everywhere we went. So I thought we would unbox this together, since I have not unboxed it yet, because I did not want to start it ahead of myself. Let me just see if I can peel off. Okay, here is their darling sticker. open with care. Don't you love that? So we'll pull that off, and then it just has a gentle, well, I say gentle. We have to pull, okay, there's some tabs. Here we go. Pull the tabs out of the box. And we're gonna open. Oh, wow, look at this. Thank you for buying. I'll read that to you. And they're the beautiful threads. So that is what you see when you open the box. Thank you for buying this Bothy Threads kit. We hope you like our new packaging, which is all recyclable and part of our pledge to go plastic free. So that is their new packaging. And I think I've shown you one of these kits before, but it says, time to thread your needle. Be careful, they might be sharp. Happy stitching. And you always get one or more if it's a big kit. Nice needle to help you get started. And then I'm gonna try just to pull this out. This kit was designed to be a card, a greeting card. So this is what you get for that. I had a precious viewer, and I should look at your name and get permission, but I'll share this anyway, who said she stitched this and she used a Mill Hill frame for it. Thank you for that tip, and I will be excited to pursue that. And then we have the gorgeous threads and the fabric. And this is one of the designs that uses, let me try to do this for you. Look how beautiful. Those are going to be such fun to stitch with. The fabric is speckled. And I think I told you about that before. So you can see how small the fabric is. I'm hoping this will be a fairly quick stitch. I would love to get this up before the heat of summer. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. So much to stitch. And then in the bottom, there's an envelope for the card, like a catalog showing their new offerings, which we always enjoy. I mean, I could just stitch Bothy threads and nothing else. And then a very well-designed chart in the box. So that's going to be my start today once this video is filmed. And you know how much I enjoy a new start. I have to do this though. I promised myself that I would do this one once my tulips were finished. So we're gonna do it. All right, I need to catch you up on gifts. I guess you would call this stitchy kindness. And guys, I have other whips that I have not pulled out. Oh, she sees something. I'm so sorry. For a little dog, she can really bark loud. Lucy, it's okay. I imagine it's the recycling truck. The whip I have spent the most time on is, other than my blue birthday star, my Southern Heritage, the Lyceum. And this is my oldest whip, you remember from videos before. But guys, I have to show you this whip up close. But right now, Lucy, I want to try to move you to show you what I am the proud new owner of. If you need to close your eyes for just a moment while I move you, I don't want you to be dizzy. And let's see what I can show you. I am the proud new owner of a Lowry Stand. And I will show you sometime the stand up against my stitching chair. I did not have time today to figure out how to film that, but it fits beautifully under my chair. I have a heavy art book on the base just so that it doesn't topple over, and I haven't had to get the extender bar. I'm so thrilled. So obviously I have put this project, excuse me while I get it off. It's very simple to take it off and put it back. I have been working pretty heavily on this, and you can see that I've gotten some good progress. Okay, you see my needle. I was working on that ecru there at the top of the building. I was getting a little cross-eyed with all that blue sky. So once this building on this page is finished, which is giving me a break from the blues, I will go back up and fill in more blues, more greens, and probably a little bit of brown from the tree trunk. I mean, it's so much easier to stitch on the cross stitch fabric. I am doing 3/1 Aida square. Can you see that without that board? Yes, we can. And I was doing 6 strands of DMC tent stitch on the needlepoint canvas. So it's easier to separate 3 strands of floss than 6. The fabric is so much easier to deal with. And in this hoop or in a Q-snap, whatever I end up using, it goes right in the Lowry stand and I can stitch two-handed. Just game changer, as we say, no question. But I'm hoping I can finish this part. Shouldn't take long today. It's a little bit more of the ecru and then a darker color here. And then if I have any time tonight, if I start that other piece, I will fill in either here or right up here. Let me show you the real picture again. So 14 count Aida by Zweigart. And this is a very long piece. I don't think it's this tall. I think it's gonna come to about here. So that is my husband's piece. And Lowry Stand, highly recommend. It wasn't even difficult to put together. Excuse me, this is Lucy's toy. Oh, this dog. She doesn't want me talking to someone if no one's here. I had my husband, well, I put it on my birthday list and my husband ordered it. And I had hoped that it would help me stitch that piece on the canvas, but it just, the canvas was too heavy and too big. It wasn't the fault of the Lowry Stand. It was more the fault of my arms, I guess, aging and getting very tired. But here we are. So, where am I? Okay. Yes, I'm on this side. So this is what I've done. And this is what you're seeing started right here. So what I'll fill in will be a lot of tree and a little bit of sky. Lots to do, guys, but progress. I'm so excited by progress. And then I need to show you some things my husband purchased for my birthday and also for Valentine's Day. And if I've already showed you these, just talk amongst yourselves. But I don't think I have, so I will quickly show you the beautiful Bothy Threads kits that he ordered. They were supposed to be for Christmas, and it took them forever to arrive. And I don't think I've shown you these. I hope not. There are 2 beautiful Christmas kits. Do these ever have a name? Here's the first one. It's a wreath with the ornaments on it. Oh, of course it has a name. Star of Wonder. Staring me in the face. Just love this. And it is done on 16 count antique white Zweigart Aida. So that will be a Christmas one. And then another Christmas one called Tree of Joy. There's definitely a theme here. He just loved these, and I think they'll be so lovely for the Christmas decorating. So they are companion pieces, another 16 count antique white Zweigart Aida. And then this one matches a Christmas start that is in my whip pile. It's called Decorating Double Act. The other one I have is the Mouse or Mice Musicians. I can't remember the name of that one. And I have worked on it. I need to pull it back out. I'll try to remember to show it to you again soon. And then, this is all because of Natalie. She told me about this one. Look. Scotland. Isn't that beautiful? It's called Wild at Heart. Heart of Scotland. All the wildlife, the mountains, the trees, and of course the heart. I love Scotland. So this was my husband's favorite, of course. This one is done on 14 count ice blue Zweigart Aida. And it's going to be a lot of blue stitching, but oh, won't that be fun? So do you think I have enough to stitch? Ha! I need to live a very long time. Now, since today is May 1st, a lot of people are celebrating Maynia in different ways. Hang on, guys, it's Lucy again. This is her new toy, which she got as a reward for being such a good girl at the border. And this is what she wants me to throw. So I'm going to squeak it and I'm going to throw it. Close your ears. Okay. That dog. Where was I? Oh, so I don't know what I'm going to do for Maynia. I have no idea. I had a finish this morning. We'll take that. I'm going to have a new start later. I think what I would most like to do is maybe, since I had the birthday start in April, to focus on the Lyceum, because it definitely needs to be way ahead of where it is. The birthday start, the new start, which is my my daffodil piece. And then, guys, I really need to start this one, although it has scared me because there's so many specialty stitches. But I bought this at the lovely shop in Spring, Texas, near Houston, and it is another Rosewood Manor, work of our hands. The reason I say I'd like to at least start this is because I have the beautiful fabric, which is, I'm not sure what. I didn't put it in here. I want to say it's 32 count. Oh, here it is. It's actually 28 count. Stony Point. I've never heard of that, but oh, look at that. I'm just turning into a green girl. So we'll see where the specialty stitches start. But I do know that this top part is just cross stitch. I need to see if it is 1/1. Look at that flower basket. I mean, can you even? And that border. And we absolutely love the verse. So here we go again with her smalls that she gives us along with our original pattern. Look at that. So much to do. And I'm going to keep you posted on this one. It calls for DMC, which means I can kit it up immediately. Let's see, 2, 4, 18 DMC colors. So that's so manageable. So I guess that will be my Maynia. But you know me, I do it day to day. If it calls to me, I'm going to work on it. So there could be a new start. There could not be a new start. But I will focus on those projects that I need to finish. And the last 2 things I need to show you today are books, and I will show you those. But first, I have to correct 2 things from the last couple of weeks' video. First, I turned my phone the wrong way, so you got a narrower picture video, and I'm so sorry. I knew better than that. So I've corrected that today. And the second thing is, I raved about Sir Walter Scott's estate. He is the author, which you probably know, of Waverley, of Ivanhoe, so many British classics. There are more. I'm not going to try to name Rob Roy, I believe. The name of his estate is Abbotsford, Abbotsford. And it is in England, in the little town, I guess, of Melrose. Someone correct me if Melrose is bigger than small town or village. So Abbotsford. I wouldn't have thought of that until I got off that video the other day. And then it just hit me like, oh. Anyway, if you're that interested in him, please look that estate up online. The photographs are gorgeous, but it is even more gorgeous in person. And now I think I've done all my housekeeping. So in that lovely birthday package, I hope I didn't show you this too, guys. Boy, am I forgetful. Natalie sent me this gorgeous needlework diary, and it is by Primrose Cottage. Now, I have to tell you, this is the perfect size. And it is spiral, so it lays flat, which I absolutely love. So I was going to show you very quickly. Look at these darling stickers. I've got to figure out where in the journal I want to put those. I haven't splurged to use them yet. And then it has another page. Darling. And then a little identification page. Who owns it? I need to fill that out and put my phone number. And there is a pattern. I'm going to show you only the picture or the mock-up. So you get a free pattern, which will be definitely on my to-stitch list, that calls for like 8 DMC colors. And then there's an index. I'll have to try to be sure to use that. And then a notes page, and I'm going to use that for my finishes. So I put that down, my little tulip finish. And then you skip over to the first project. And so I filled in the New Start, the Rosewood Manor Blue Rhapsody. And that should help me for future videos. It tells me the fabric, it tells me the threads, when I started it, how big it's going to be, and it is going to be 16.5 by 16.5 inches. Anyway, so fun. Thank you, Natalie. This will be great. And then I think there's one other section. No, I guess they're all the same, where you put the pattern name, more notes at the back. So I'm going to do my best to use this faithfully. I'm going to put that New Start in there this afternoon. Now, I received a big surprise from a friend with whom I've been friends for 30 plus years. She and I talk a lot about our faith, and we both pray and struggle together over the things that life throws our way. But she had finished this book, and she had told me how wonderful it was, and I had told her that I would look for it, and I wanted to order it. Didn't do it. I had so much other reading I was doing. Well, she told me one morning that there would be something in the mail for me, and I thought, as busy as she's been, she's probably taken the time to write me a letter. She shouldn't do that. Well, it wasn't a letter. It was this wonderful book. So I have to recommend it to you if you are a woman of faith. Aging with Grace. We are definitely aging. And it is subtitled Flourishing in an Anti-Aging or Anti-Aging Culture. The authors are Sharon W. Betters and Susan Hunt. And this is published by Revive Our Hearts, which is a ministry, and Crossway Books. So I would say this is Protestant, Presbyterian, but guys, it's just the Word of God. It is so challenging and so encouraging. Now, I'm only reading a little at a time because I really want to soak it in and I want to reread it. But just so you know how wonderful it is, this is my highlighting. And I'm trying not to highlight every sentence. Look at that. So many wonderful scriptural promises, so much encouragement about whatever stage of life you're in. So if you are looking for some encouragement and you're getting a little bit up in years, Aging with Grace by Betters and Hunt. I had to recommend that. Lucy, I see you. My goodness, she's possessed with this toy. Let me just wish you the very happiest. There it went. You didn't see it? It went. She didn't see it go. The very happiest May. If you're participating in Maynia, please tell me in the comment what your plans are. And I'm going to work toward a video of my stitching chair with my Lowry stand so that you can see how well that is working. Now I've got the itchy everything from Flosstube. I don't know how soon that will happen, but I do promise to come back with progress as soon as I can. We have a lot of events in the month of May. So far, all very joyful, but I don't think there will be travel until the end of May. And for me, I don't think there will be any travel this summer except one trip to visit our sweet daughter and her family up in North Carolina. She sent me the most gorgeous bouquet for my birthday. I'm going to put that on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll put that on there so you can see those birthday blossoms. They totally lasted 2 weeks. I was amazed. That florist had fresh flowers. I change the water out almost every day, try to keep it from getting scummy, but they were gorgeous. So another special birthday surprise. And I'm so rambling, but the daughter who came to visit, she and her daughter had picked out the softest, most beautiful nightgown and adorable slippers. And they brought Lucy a toy that she has been obsessed with before the frog came home, which was a hammerhead shark. And I mean, it has been her friend. She takes it out when she's going to do her business. So funny. So she has torn up the hammerhead shark, but she still loves it. Okay, enough about my birthday, enough about Lucy. Happy Maynia. Enjoy May wherever you are. And send me any comments about my new starts or my whips or your Maynia or anything else, because I love reading. I am going to respond. I apologize for being behind on that. It's busy. Retirement is busier than when I worked, let me tell you. But I love you guys, and I want to hear what you have to share. And I thank you for being here today. Hope to see you soon. Keep stitching. Bye-bye.